For the first time in a long time, it modernizes the highway code to include other modes of transport, which are the environmentally friendlier modes of transport, walking and cycling especially. So it's telling cyclists how to cycle safely, not just for their own safety, but also respecting other road users, primarily the pedestrian, who are higher up in the hierarchy, and also having respect for car users. So this is a symbiosis. It's a relationship that needs to be fermented, and I think this now lays down the rules and it lays down the policies within a document which people are meant to read and respect as part of their driving test. So this is a document that everyone, when they're driving, when they're passing the test, needs to understand. It's like being a member of a club and knowing club rules.
So it sounds as though you are thinking of making the same changes as the UK has done in the highway code in respect to cyclists.
Absolutely, in respect of cyclists, in respect of pedestrians, we look up to the UK. It's a similar jurisdiction. Obviously, they drive on the other side of the road. For us, we need to look at things as mirror images. So what they say that we do to the left, we do to the right. But yes, they are looking at the way that cyclists, approach roundabouts, how drivers need to respect cyclists, and also what cyclists need to do when they approach crossings, they see pedestrians, and also how cyclists in turn respect and understand what car users can do and cannot do.
Are you consulting with the RGP? And if so, when would you foresee this change to be made?
Well, this is something which is, it's a highway code is something which is practice, and this is encouraged by the RGP. This is something that is important to be able to ferment, rules and policies and guides for everyone. So this document is something which will be welcomed throughout. It should be welcomed throughout, and we expect this document to be ready in coming weeks, perhaps months.
Okay, Minister, can you just tell us short term though? We know it's a long-term project, creating cycle lanes here in Gibraltar, changing the infrastructure on the roads. But short term, can you tell us what are your plans?
So we're developing a route. We call it an accessibility, a mobility route, because it encompasses not just the cyclist but the pedestrian as well, and people with all sorts of abilities or lack of abilities. So it'll be a route that we're looking at to create safe passage for cyclists from the frontier all the way to the South District, to Europa Point. So we're looking at ways of best fitting in a bicycle lane to get us from one part of Gibraltar to the other, and also looking at the pedestrian areas we presently have to make them greener, to make them healthier, and to try to encourage people to actually use them more. So we're looking at things from lampposts being in the middle of pavements when you're walking with an umbrella and it's raining, you're getting wet because you're moving the umbrella from side to side, from things which are obstacles road, and just trying to clean up the infrastructure. So that is our short term.